The Marine Strategy Framework Directive requires the assessment of the blue economy. Traditionally, it has been considered only the physical impact of the economic activities on the marine environment. However, in Moses project, we want to speak about the impact of the economic activities on the marine biodiversity, on the marine ecosystem services, which are the services, the products, and the benefits that we can get from the marine environment. To this respect, ASTI is leading a work together with the University of the Basque Country and the Basque Maritime Forum under the umbrella of the Moses project. In the last year, there has been very important advance in the blue economic assessment. We have a very big knowledge on the added value and the jobs created by all the economic activities in the Atlantic area. However, in Moses project, we want to go one step forward and we want to assess the blue economy sustainability and moreover, the blue growth sustainability. The Marine Strategy Framework Directive also requires and states the necessity of increasing our understanding of the linkages between the economic activities and their pressures and impact on the ecosystem services. To this respect, in Moses project, we will develop an operational tool, an index, a synthetic index, which is based on a combination of variables. On the one hand, traditional variables as the added value or the number of jobs created, and on the other, more new variables which are useful to identify the impact of the economic activities on the ecosystem services. The result coming from this output, coming from this tool, will be very useful for the national authorities in charge of the application and the implementation of the Marine Strategy Framework Directive. But this tool will be also very useful for the authorities in charge of the development of the Atlantic strategy. The Moses operational tool will consider a set of ecosystem services, but also a set of key economic sectors as the commercial fishing, the marine energy, and the maritime transport, among others.
We still have the unresolved question of how to interpret the blue growth strategy for the commercial fisheries. We have data and we know how to measure economic growth for the traditional perspective, using, for example, indicators such as the value added, employment, or the private profits obtained by the fishing firms. However, we still don't know how sustainable this economic growth is. In other words, we have to answer the question of how green the blue growth is. In Moses and in ASTI, with the collaboration of the University of the Basque Country and the Basque Maritime Forum, we are developing indicators in order to help decision makers to assess the sustainable path to the economic growth of the commercial fisheries. The aim is to analyze the quantitative and qualitative changes of the commercial fisheries in the blue growth agenda. We have to consider the use of the natural capital, but furthermore, we have to analyze the impact that the commercial fisheries sector has on the services, products, and in general benefits that they are using from the marine environment. In Moses, we are developing synthetic index in order to analyze the economic growth. But we want to do a step ahead, and we want to analyze them in a dynamic way. The final aim is to analyze the path towards the sustainability. That is, we want to assess which part of the economic growth is sustainable and which part is not.